this, but this is the time to have fun. Take these covers and just kind of put on a new personality or do whatever, or like Madonna's Santa Baby doing the Eartha Kitt song. I always thought that was just a blast. I just loved her just kind of embellishing herself in this character, which it kind of fit perfectly with her. And I love that. That's one of my favorite versions.
And she did it, I mean, and obviously, and so that was like the mid-80s, and she did it so well. And what's so funny about that is that was something else I discovered, and this probably wouldn't be surprising, but in a lot of these Christmas songs, there were so few of them actually written by women, especially the very, very, the ones that we all know and love. And that was one of them. And so if you listen to it, you're like, wow, this really nails it. This really, gets the female experience, or just kind of and spoofs it at the same time. That's because it was co-written by a woman. And so, and Madonna really, really picked up on that, and really picked up on, it was very sort of like, if Material Girl would sing a Christmas song, it would be Santa Baby. And so like that's exactly it.
Who is the woman? I don't even know.
So it's a woman named Joan Javits, and she didn't do that was kind of, I think, her most well-known thing. But yeah, I discovered, and I had never really heard of her. And so it was, it was good to sort of rediscover somebody who was like, wow, I don't know much about her, and maybe you should get a little bit more do that, because you don't really get a lot of do. And I think that tells you a lot of, also like in Christmas music, who kind of gets known for writing Christmas songs, and like who doesn't. So that was also very interesting too.
So speculate on that. Why is it? I mean, because there were female song, I mean, less, but or fewer, I should say, but what would be the reason?
I think honestly, because that's sort of how the songwriting kind of like houses were at that point, where it's just like it was just dominated by men, honestly. That's the only thing I can really sort of kind of surmise,
Hmm.
because it's striking in terms of, like there are certain people that just have written over and over again, and someone like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was written by Johnny Marks, who worked in advertising. So, you think of someone like that, who is also, in a very high powered, situation, in a high powered job. And those are the people that got the jobs back in the day, in the 1940s and 1950s. So it's sort of a microcosm of what like the music industry was like itself. And I think a lot of people then too, like if you got into the, the Christmas or holiday music, sort of like rotation, you'd get called again. And so I think that helps too, that a lot of people sort of were able to kind
Yeah.
of get into it, and they stayed into it, even, when over the years. I will say that there are people like Ellie Greenwich, she wrote Christmas Baby, Please Come Home, or co-wrote it. So there were definitely some people, but it's, I think Joni Mitchell is like in the book was like the first solo woman to write a song. Everyone else was like a co-writing with people.
Hmm.